Hi there, it's Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com, and today we're talking about what are FHA requirements on house condition. So what do the condition of the house have to be in order to pass what's called FHA, Federal Housing Administration, type of a loan? But before we do that, do you have a question you would like me to answer? If so, please put it in the comments below and I will answer that for you on one of the future videos, because these videos come from questions and things we see out there that people want to know. We want to help anybody with anything having to do with real estate investing. We're here for you. I want to answer your question. Put it in the comment below. So what we're talking about here is FHA requirements. So I've talked about this in prior videos about FHA and how it came about and what it is. But when you're getting an FHA loan, the appraiser is required to take a look at the property, and in addition to what they would normally do on a house, they also have to look at the general condition. So they have about a 20-page workup they have to do where they look at a few things. One of the things they look at, for example, is the roof. They just kind of eyeball it and say, do I think the roof has at least 5 years of life? Now, they're not a roof certificate. They're not doing a roof inspection. They're just looking and say, hey, the roof looks like it's in good condition. Okay, that's what they're doing. Now, the other thing they're going to look at is wood to earth contact. They're going to walk around the house and say, is there anywhere where the wood is actually touching dirt, where there isn't like cement or something like that? If there is, that's going to be a problem. The other thing they're going to look at is grade. Is the grade sloping towards the house? If so, you're going to have water problems. Or is the grade sloping away from the house? If it's sloping away from the house, that's what FHA is going to be looking for. They're going to also make sure that there's cover plates on things. They're going to want to make sure there's a kitchen. They're going to want to make sure that there's sinks. They're going to want to make sure that everything is in good condition. If there's something, now it doesn't have to be in brand new condition. It could be a bright green sink. It could be an avocado stove. That's not really what matters. What matters is it's in working condition. But keep in mind, an FHA appraiser that's doing an FHA inspection is not a home inspector. There's a very big difference here. A home inspector is actually going to get on the roof and get in the attic and check all the plugs. They're going to actually look at all these things, where an FHA is basically just going to do some basic information. They're not going to be doing a deep dive, just a quick visual. Hey, is there any wood to earth? Walk around the house. Nope, that looks good. Is it away from the house? Yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, roof looks good. Well, the inspector that you can hire, that I recommend in most cases, especially if you're just getting started, is actually going to go on the roof, and then they're going to say, hey, there's a problem right here, but most of the roof looks good, but this little section has a problem. That's what a home inspector is going to do. And one of the things I recommend, if you are going to get a home inspection, ask the home inspector if you can follow them around, because that'll help you learn like parts of the property. You know, here's where your breaker box is, here's where this is. It'll help you learn construction. Well worth the money when you're first getting started. As you get more experienced, I just let my general contractor do that. I have them look at the roof. I have them look at the things before we actually get started, so I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have the expense of the home inspector. When I first got started, I was using a home inspector every single time because I wanted to learn. Even though I even had some background in repairs and construction and those things, I still wanted to do it. Okay, so the question here is, getting back to our whole FHA requirements of the condition, the appraiser is going to be looking for those types of things to make sure the house meets that condition. And so there's a whole bunch of requirements that they can have for an FHA condition house. If you want to, you can download that so you can say the FHA checklist. But this is the whole premise of real estate investing. You see, you can't get an FHA loan on a property if it doesn't meet certain conditions. So if the property has all the carpet ripped up, if there's feces all over the floor, if the door's bashed in, if the sink's removed, those types of things cannot qualify for FHA financing. So when somebody owns a house like that, they have a problem. They can't just sell it to anybody. They're only going to be able to sell it to somebody that's getting a hard money loan or that's paying cash for the property, because the lender wants to make sure the property's in a certain condition or they don't want to lend on it. But a hard money lender says, we don't really care about the current condition. We care what it's going to become. And as long as there's enough value in there, as long as there's value once that property becomes something good, we're interested in lending. And so a hard money lender is going to do a loan on a house that in lots of cases doesn't qualify for FHA. And then that investor is going to turn it into a property that does qualify for FHA financing. And now you have a huge buyer pool of people that can now come and purchase that specific property because the repairs were done. And that's the whole idea of investing, is we take something that has has a very little market that's in really bad condition. We turn into something that is highly marketable and now has a buyer pool because of the access to FHA financing. So this is really important. Hope this is helpful for you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up on this video. If you would like to see, we also have some other videos like single family homes. Are they good investments? You can take a look at that video here and it could be very beneficial for you. Also, love to have you subscribe. Our YouTube channel is Do Hard Money. If you're not currently a subscriber, please do. You can also check us out at dohardmoney.com for other helpful tips, tricks, and tools and resources in becoming a real estate investor. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now. We'll see you tomorrow.